I was one of the first people in New York. Again, there were no events, there were bashes that they had, but that's my start. And I wasn't looking for anything. I was married to my jewelry company. I was in 8 years. I loved it. I had the jewelry slogan tattoo on my foot, the arrow right there. If you look now, it's a flower, the oleander flower. Look at it. I switched over for many reasons, but anyway, so I jumped into Nerium, and I said, okay, fine, and I started following the system, but there really was no system. I just started sending out bottles because she told me to do that. She told me to do the $1,000 kit because I get more bottles and I can work faster, because she knew how I was, so I did it. I just started jumping, and like Amy and Amy, I think you called me and said, you called me or I called you, or I think you called me, and said, because you knew I was doing it. And like people just started coming around and contacting me, and I made some phone calls. I just kind of built this easy, and there was no system, there was no training in the back office, there was no corporate calls. All we had was the success manual and the corporate number, right? That's all we had back then. How many of you were around 3 years ago? They just had the success planner and the corporate number, that's it. And once in a while, Derek Kidd, who's part of my upline, would do a team call. I mean, that's really all we had. We just kind of punted. So I started when the company was 9 months old, and since we sold that $1 million, I said this before today, I kind of like to say to myself, I helped with $100 million the first year because I joined in month 9. So I was month 9, 10, 11, and 12 to help them get their $1 million. That's like my feel-good moment about it. So that's how I started, and I was also doing the other company simultaneously, and I was always going to do them both, and then I kind of, the light bulb went off, and I said, well, this is a whole lot easier and better. I think I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to tell you some of the differences, so that when you're talking to people that are in a direct sales product company where they have their garage inventory, they're spending a lot of company, I'll tell you about that later. But that's my story. So I just started, I got my Lexus pretty quickly. Within 3 months, I promoted to National Marketing Director. Not that I was fabulous. I'm friendly. I have friends, and I was very lucky to get like-minded people joining me right in the beginning, and we all built it together. So, I just wanted to share that with you is, keep on asking people to join your team, because you don't know, your next NMD might be the first, might be out there somewhere. So just to tell you that. So that's my story, and here we go. And oh, my why. So my first why, I got to tell you that who I am. My very first why was, I didn't have one. I joined because my girlfriends were joining, and I didn't want to be left in the dust. I wanted to be in the group because all the cool kids were doing it. So if the cool kids were doing it, you want to join. I didn't need it. I was happy with my business. I didn't know it was hard. I didn't know I had to sell $2,500 worth of jewelry a month to get paid on my team. With us, you know what we have to do. All we have to do is have an auto ship of $80 a month and be active. It gets better. It's free with 3 customers. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. I didn't know. And so my first why was, well, I did pretty well with the other company. Let me just try to see what I can do with this one. It was a challenge to myself. It wasn't money, it wasn't friends, it wasn't any of those reasons, which is, okay, my friends will do it, I guess I will too. And so the reason I'm telling you this story about what I did and why I joined is, it's a prejudge thing. You know how when you start, you make your list, and they say, put everyone on your list. Well, put everyone on your list. Don't leave people off that you know are really happy with where they are. They're up in that company, and they're doing great, and they've got team members, they're on Facebook, they're having fun and stuff, they're going on trips. Don't discount those people, because we have the best company out there, and I want you to clap for that, because everyone in this room, yes, go Tony. Woo. I want everybody to know that they have to see success. You're all here on December. You got up this morning, you came, and another regional, and it's Edie, and we don't know her, but we'll see what you have to say. You've got to take your business from your head to your heart. And I didn't make that up. I heard that. I don't make funny things up. I hear them and share. But you've got to take your business from your head to your heart. And as soon as you do, the head part is learning and being nervous and learning the system and going on calls and being afraid and learning it to believing in it. So once you have that belief in your heart, you will be successful. And my very good friend Edie McBean once said on a call, he said, and write this down too if you're taking notes, you need to recruit yourself before you can recruit anybody else. So what that means is, I like that word, Me and Ray have this word this weekend. I kind of like it. But you've got to believe in it. You've got to believe in the company, in the product, in the executives, in the people, in where we're going, where we are now, and where we're going. Because we have so much growing to do. I mean, I want you all to catch the vision like I've caught the vision. I mean, I just know where we're going. And they say you've got to know where you want to be. You've got to know how you get there. There's another part that I forgot, but Jeff Olson always says, you've got to know where we are, where we want to go, and how we're going to get there. So I know where I am now, and I know where I want to be in my future in the next 5 to 10 years, and I know how I'm going to get there. You know how I'm going to get there? I'm going to keep sharing this business with everybody I know. I'm not going to quit because I've got a great team right now, and I'm going to let them do the work for me. I'm going to keep on building, and my why was just to see how I could do for my own little challenge for a year. Because, hey, I had a product for a year, and I was going to say, well, let's see how we do. And now it's changed because I know that it's better than anything else, and I quit the other thing, and I'm doing this one. But now my why is twofold. It's to still help as many people as I can, on my team or not on my team. So a lot of you here are not on my team. So I hope that by being here today, and I'll give you my phone number later if you want me to help you with anything. I can give you a quick little, a quick little lesson on whatever you want to learn if you want to. But help people, as many people as I can, for as long as I can. Which I know Danny says. He wants to help as many people as he can, for as long as he can. So that's basically what I want to do too. And the other part is, the money ain't so bad, kids. The money ain't so bad. So what we do with our residual income is right now it's going to be my legacy for my 4 little baby grandchildren. Actually, one of them is big now. I have 4 grandchildren, so they're going to be getting my residual income for the rest of their life. So right now, that's my personal why. And it's changed from just seeing where I could be. And then getting to NMD, that was a why. So your whys are going to keep changing as you go. How many of you have been in the business for like 3 months or less? How many of you are pretty new? Few of you, okay. How many like a year? So, and how many of you have been around for like 3 years? For quite a while. Yeah. So a lot of you kind of feel me and you know what I'm going to say, but I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you. That's enough about me, but let's start with the little training thing on here. So the regional, thank you. We have, when Jeff started the company, he said what we're going to do is, okay, we're going to give 30% to Nerium Biotech, and we're going to make people better. Because Jeff really is a visionary. And he's got a lot of goodness in his heart. He's very generous when he shares money with Big Brother, Big Sister, with the Live Happy movement. But basically, making people better is what he wants to do. Making people better through personal development, with the Slight Edge book and many others, and making people just live better. So you live better, you think better, your family lives better because you help to do stuff with them. So it's getting real, and you know that Nerium is based on the word real. We have a really good product, we've got really good executives, and we have really amazing friends. And I love traveling because I keep on picking up new friends every time. The core values, I have a list of them. We could talk about them if they're in the success planner. I want to talk about the success planner. I hope you all have the most recent one from April because it's new and it has new CDs in it. Does anyone not have it? Because if you don't have it, I'd like you to get it. If they don't have it here, pick it up. It's really wonderful. And then giving back. We totally give back. I like to give back every day. So qualities of a brand partner. I think I kind of like talked about it a little bit in my intro, where you really are excited and it's really a great thing. You've got a burning desire to make it and to help other people make it. You've got to be coachable and teachable. If I have a new brand partner on my team that has done some kind of a retail sales job, like a mall job, it's my worst nightmare. You would think that a salesperson would be fabulous to have on your team. Worst nightmare, I mean, they're used to selling. So they talk a lot and they don't follow the system. And they think they know how to do it, but, they're not really coachable. And I keep trying. So, is anyone understanding what I'm talking about with people that think they know because they've been in a really successful business before for 16 years? I'm thinking, well, why aren't you still there? What happened there? So you've got to be coachable and teachable. And you've got to be willing to work. And they say 2 a day, right? Some people, if you're gunning for a promotion, you want to do 5 a day. I personally don't always do 2 a day. Sometimes I do none a day. Sometimes I do 10 a day. So, that 2 a day is really a nice meter for you to go by. But at least do 1 a day. So people that are not seeing any success, are you talking to anybody? Who have you talked to this week? Well, I put my stuff on Facebook. Well, it's really not good enough. Well, I'm having a party. I put it on Facebook. Nobody came. Duh, you didn't call them up, did you? So I'm just kind of like trying to share working with people and how we work, but willing to work it. So leveraged income. If we work 5 hours a week, that's what we're going to get production from. 5 hours of work. If we build a team, see if this works. Yay! If we find 5 friends to do the business like we do, guess what we have? We have 25 hours of production that we are going to be taking advantage of. Right? If 5 help find 5, we have 125 hours of production. So that's called leverage. So that's like not just working by yourself, but creating a team and creating that triangle of life. That's my cue to show the triangle. And you're the star on top of the tree. You're the star on top of the tree. There's business. Like the mighty Christmas tree. I just love that top right there. It's awesome. So that's the business that we're building. You want to always build this way. Okay. So the combined effort is 155 hours. So, and that's just by helping 5. And the old slide used to say, then you'll have 15,000 exposures a year. The old slide did say that. Like in a perfect world, if all that happened. And can you imagine what you would do with 15,000? So, this is the slight edge. And in year 1, you're going to spend 90% of your time. You're going to work harder in year 1 than you are in year 5. Because by the time you have year 5, you have a team going. And you've got to be careful not to go into management mode. That's very naughty. If you go into management mode, we have to keep on building and keep replacing people that go away. Because you're going to see in your business, you're going to have a team that comes in, and some of them will work, and some of them will work a little, and some of them won't do much. And then some of the people that were working will have something happen, and they'll go away, and they'll be doing a little less. So you can't count on what you do in your first few months to carry you to the next level. And they always say that the person that got you to director is not going to get you to senior director. So you always have to keep on that funnel, you have to keep on adding to it dripping on them and having new people join your team. That's really the secret of success is keep on building yourself, no matter where. Anna Woodward, 5-star NMD, she's still recruiting on a regular basis a lot. Marielle Filipponi, probably know she is, she's out of San Diego. She continually gets top recruiter in the NMD weekly poll because they have top weekly check and they have top recruiter. And you can see a lot of the big people that are the star NMDs are still building, and that's why they are. So it just goes to show year 2, you're making more money, working less. Year 3, it's 50-50. You're working and you're making money. And then basically year 5, 10% of your time to make the 90% of money. It's kind of cool. Slight edge residual. This actually almost mimicked my first year of business. So, and I know that you've seen this a lot. Every new regional that you go to, you can see this. Everybody that you see talk about it is going to say a little bit something different. And you probably know the numbers by heart now. I just want to go over it one more time. So if you keep on working, slow and steady, keep building, keep helping your brand partners, keep training them. And I love how Raylene and Mike Whitney have their senior directors organized in their whole system, and I really like. I learned as much coming to the market as you learned from me, so we're all learning from each other and sharing. But so September 11th, I started in May of 12. $222 to make the first month. Second month, that's the residual. Second month, $510. December 4th month, up to $1,200. So you're going to be building. Halfway through in February, up to $2,800. That's when a lot of people quit because they're not making the money yet. They're staying there upline. Sponsors getting all this, great money. They're making 10 grand a month, and it's great. And they've been in 6 months and they haven't done anything yet. But that's where it really starts going up in month 8. So I tell people that I have joined my team. You follow me. Show up and go to the events, go to the Nerium, go on the corporate calls, do your at least 2 a day, and follow up. You will make $10,000 in a year, a month in residual. If you don't, you won't. If you do, you do. If you coach with me and you get involved, and if you don't live in my town, if you live in Sarasota, Florida, I'll hook you up with a team down there, and you do the dance down there, and just keep in touch with them. So what I'm telling all of you today is that anybody can do this. And if you've been in for a year already and you're not there, start today and make it next year. Make your goal from a year from today. So you're taking Christmas. So let's say January 1. Let's make a goal. And January 1 of 2017, let's bring home $10,000 a month, because you can. And I believe you all can. We all can. That was really for you. And I'm here because I want to instill on everybody here that anybody can do it. I'm pretty blessed. I've been blessed with people. I love what I do, and I'm blessed with people that I'm bringing in. Not everyone that I bring in sticks. I've had 3 people this year send their kits back. In fact, one of them, Mike met, came out here. She got her kit. I did a fantastic launch party in an office that she had. Well, she had a lot of interest, and then, she got cold feet, and I don't know what happened. It was the craziest thing. I came out here for a weekend. So I'm just, for example, and she sent her kit back. Well, she used a lot of the bottles, and she opened up everything, so she didn't get a lot of money back sending her kit back, and she did it before I even knew it. She did it. And I had 2 other local people that did that, so the reason I'm saying that to all of you now is to say that it happens, bad stuff happens to everybody. So everything that I touch doesn't turn to gold. It's just that I touch more people. I mean, I don't really touch more people. I touch some of them. Hug some of them. Yeah. Touch me. Yeah. So, it's like, you just have to keep on, and they say spread your net wider. Just keep on sharing with people. Go to your cold market. Go to your warm market. Make your list. Do all the things you're supposed to do. And take it from your head to your heart. And all these notes that you're taking and stuff. But it will work. And I really do believe in everyone here. And I want you to, I'm going to give you my phone number. I'm going to give it to you separate because I know this is going to be like on a YouTube. And I don't want the girls to start spamming me on my phone number and giving me some creep calls, but I'm going to give you all my information if you want it, and I'd love to hear about your journeys, whether you're mine or not, because you're all mine today. That's our plan. Okay. Keep it simple. I want to show you something, and this is it. This is my new best friend right here. You all think you're my best friend? This is really my best friend. And I want all my friends, old and new, long time, not old, to take another look at their success planner. Make sure it's the newer one because it's different, it's better. And I want you to look at it and I want you to read it again. I'm not going to go over this with you right now because that would be boring, but I just want to point out a couple of things. And that is the CDs in the front. So the first one is training. If you have these and you haven't listened to these CDs yet, I'd really love you to do it. This is a great drive time thing if you drive. I want you to listen to CD 2 and 3 because they're Jeff Olson. There they are, 2, 3. And they will motivate you like nothing else. If you're having a dump day, you want to listen to those and it's going to pick you right up again and make you say, I can do this, because you can. This basically is all the information you need. This is all you need to be successful. And if you haven't looked at it past page 1 or 2, you want to look at the back of it. It's going to have compensation plan stuff, how much you make. I'm just telling you that I just recently took a really closer look at this, and I didn't learn it again, but I'm focusing on what I'm seeing in here more. So without going into a lot of detail, I just want you all to go home and take a look at this again. I have somebody here, I don't know if he's here, Austin. If you're here, I have your book for you. If you're not, I can leave it with somebody. So, advanced senior brand partner, all you need to do is have 3 people on your team and get a $1,000 volume. So your launch. And the really important thing too is your why. Remember what my first why was? Just to see what I could do. I didn't have a concrete thing, but I think if you write down your why, if you have a picture of it, no matter what it is, a lot of whys for families are taking their kids to Disney. It's really a lot of people's why that I've heard, but because without a why work? Without having a place to go, why even spend the time and effort? How cool is that? So, if time and money were not an issue, how would you live? This is the dream building part. How would you live? Well, you'd have a Lexus, first of all. Get 3 that get 3 and get your Lexus payment. How many Lexus owners are here today? Wow. Stand up. To go out and know that you had this $500 payment you could buy or lease it. How'd that feel? Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Felt good to me too, and that wasn't one of my deals. It was like, I don't care about that. I've got a Jeep. When I got earned my Lexus, I was really proud. My proudest moment was McBean Christmas party at my house. Bo McBean Christmas party. So I always have it, so I've got to go to the liquor store. I go to the liquor store, it's in a strip mall. And I have liquor and wine. And they said, we're going to carry this out to your car. What kind of car do you have? I said, a Lexus. What color is it? White. They go. So, I mean, that was like my proudest moment that I told the liquor clerk that I... Pretty cool. So, anyway, that's my proudest moment. I never, I don't know who they are, but whatever. So, how would you live? I mean, would you live different than you are now? Maybe. Maybe not. Would you give charity more? Probably. Would you give money to dog shelters? I sure would. So your goal to rent advance to see your rent partner. You do it in 30 days. Guess what you get? A leap bonus of $100, $100 extra plus whatever kind of kit they got. Best start qualifying bonus. This may be changing next year. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it, but for right now, this is what it's going to be, what it is. So it's $250, split up. So best start qualifying bonus, getting 3 brand partners in the first 30 days. Not during the month, but the first 30 days running. So you would get, if you're the new brand partner, $100 extra. If you are the personal sponsor, you get $75, and first upline senior director, $75 as well. It's just an extra little bonus that happened about a year ago. They didn't always have this. Back in the olden days, 3 years ago, they didn't have this. Back in the olden days. So, the other thing that I want to say to everyone, which is really important, is do a launch party. Do a launch party. If your new brand partner is out of town from you, call in, Zoom in, Skype in, whatever it is. But it's really very, very powerful to do that. I'm just going to give you a little scenario of what I do when I call in, because I think it's pretty good. I don't know if anyone ever did it or not. Again, I copy everything that I learned from everyone, but I think that this one might be original. It's kind of like holding it. It's like, we'll be here. So for the launch party, first I'm going to talk about inviting to the launch party. You probably all had one. Anyone never had one before? Any of you new people never had one? You've all had one. And I know that you will when you sign up. I forgot your name, but thanks for staying. So when you start a business, it's like opening the store. You want to invite everybody that you know to your house or restaurant to talk about the new business. So what you're going to do is, what do? A Facebook event? Yup. Are you going to call people? Yup. Are you going to text them? Yup. All of the above. Don't just rely on social media or on a text or on an email to plan a good party. You've got to call. You've got to call. Marielle told me the story that she was invited to many home shows, but she never went to any of them. Why did she go to the Nerium one? And by the way, she was the only person there. So don't cancel if you don't have a good turnout coming. She was the only person there. Imagine if she didn't go. But she said that that was the only party that her friend called her to say, hey, Marielle, I hope you can make it tonight. It was that personal touch. And I always hear on the corporate calls, high tech versus high touch. What's more important? High touch. High touch is so important because it's a personal relationship building call. I really want you there. I really want your opinion on what I'm doing, as opposed to a Facebook event. It's kind of like going to a place of employment and seeing a minimum wage sign up there. That's kind of what that is like a little event that you can't even find it until you get a notification if you're on Facebook that day. So you can't build your business just on Facebook. You can't hide behind your computer. That's something I really want to get across to everyone. Because I'm working so hard. I'm talking on Facebook. I'm posting on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. All that great stuff. But what you really want to do is talk to the people. Because when you talk to them, they're going to hear how excited you are. And when I talk and coach my team, I say, see how I'm talking to you? How excited I am? Well, I'm still excited after all these years. And I still truly am. So if if I just sent you an email with that, it wouldn't be nearly as effective. Well, probably not. So invite. So what I basically tell my people to say is call them up and say, and don't do it for longer than a week in advance. Don't do it in 2 weeks. People don't know what they're doing in 2 weeks. Coming from Party Plan, I know how to have people show up at a party. That's by calling them. Call up and say, if you started, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? Oh, I don't know. Great, come on over. I'm having wine and cheese. I just started a great new gig, and I want to tell you about it. Don't do a surprise party. Just invite them over for a party and then spring it on. Bad idea. Bad idea. They're all going to feel ambushed. Don't ever ambush anybody like that. Or ask them to have coffee at Starbucks and then spring Nerium on it. You got to let them know that you're excited about something and you really want their honest opinion and to show them that way. So call and then text with the information, with the time. Make it 1 hour, that's it. Just say from 7 to 8, from 6 to 7. Make it a half an hour watch. It doesn't have to be a whole night. You want to make everything that you do duplicatable. And then you're going to call on the day of. Call. Or leave a message. Say, hey, counting on you. Hope to see you later. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. I want you to eat it. That's how you invite. You want to share this information with your new brand partners when you start. Invite everybody. And encourage them to bring people they want. When you invite people, if you invite 100 people, 25 might say yes. And 15 may show up. Because you're going to have people that can't say no to you, but they're going to make up an excuse or they're going to have a real problem why they can't get there. So I'm just telling you Party Plan, what I know, what I learned, and how to make it work. Even if you have 5 people there, that's fabulous. If you have 3 people, it's great. 12 bonus. You know, anybody that can get there. And then if the people that were going to come but couldn't make it, what do you do the next day? You have your red partner. Call them and say, sorry you missed it, I'm really sorry. We had an amazing time. I'm going to send you a video that you missed. And then when are you going to be able to watch it? And then make a loose appointment and have somebody on your upline support team get ready for a 3-way call. We're going to talk about 3-way calls because they're really important. And many times it's your missing link, or it's your team's missing link. We're going to be talking about that. It's really, really important. I love it when you're looking at me saying, that makes me really happy. So that's the party part of it. The expert part of it, this is what I do. I haven't Zoomed or Skyped yet, so I tell my hostess, get a little speaker on the phone so they can hear me. A little plug-in $20 thing, you can do it. And I just call in. It's kind of cool because I can't see them, they can't see me. It's kind of my shtick. This is what I do. I say, okay, so how many guests have we got? We got 7 guests. Wonderful. It's really exciting. Really, thank you all for being here. And I talk to them right after they watch the video. So here's how the hour party goes. On the hour, nobody's on time. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You give them beverages, food. Welcome. You might have the reel going on the TV or whatever. You welcome them, and then you're going to watch Nerium experience. It's everything. I think it's everything that there is to be about the product, about the business, and it's a good summary. And then what I do is I say, call me right after that's over, before they start getting in the party mood again. So they've only got like another half hour to go. I mean, not everyone's going to leave, but if you make it an hour, people won't come late and they won't miss the main event. So they call me, and I know they're going to call me because I'm waiting for the call. Hey, how many people there? Great. Okay, well, thank you all for coming. I'm really excited. I'm on Jeanette's team, and thank you for inviting me to your party in New Mexico. I'm from New York. How's the weather down there? And I always say thank you for inviting me and being a part of it. And I give them a little. I say, I've been in it for 3 years, and I'll answer any questions you have. So I've got a question for you first. How many of you are there ladies or men? Because I don't want to say ladies and gentlemen if there's not gentlemen. I say, okay. How many of you are curious? I don't say interested or wanna. I say, how many are curious about getting more information about the business part of Nerium? That doesn't mean that they want to sign up today, but they're curious. And you're going to get people to raise their hands. And then I say, I can't see you, and you can't see me. But, so I ask my hostess to count hands. So he or she will say, 3 people. I say, awesome. Awesome, 3 people are interested. So we're going to get back to you. And I'd love to have another one-on-one call with you, send you more information, answer questions. So that's kind of how I start with anybody curious. It doesn't mean they're going to sign up, but they're curious. They want more info. And then I say, okay, how many are wanting to see if this product is really as good as you see it as you see it is from the pictures? How many want to get your own results and become a preferred customer with the money-back guarantee and take a picture today and order whatever you want from the 4 products we have? If they take the Nerium, AD, night cream or day and night, promise a picture, and do the 30-day money-back guarantee thing. And when I put it that way, the rest of them usually raise their hands. They say, okay, 4 people wanting to get the product. Now, one thing you never want to do is say, okay, great, if you're at the party, if you're the hostess. Go to my website and order it. Don't let them just do that, because what are they going to do? They're either not going to do it or they'll go to retail because they're going to be afraid about the website. So what you want to do right then and there at your party is have the sheets there for preferred customer, have them fill out the sheet and put it in right away. Like right up, either right there, then and there, have them fill out the sheet. Okay, so that's really important. And then make sure that you get the information, you the expert get the information on the people curious, and take it upon yourself to help your red partner, the hostess or host of the party, follow up with them. That's very, very, very key, otherwise you could lose them. And so that's, yeah, you like that, right? You like that part? So that's my thing that I just did at one of my parties. It just like came out of my head. I was like, okay, raise your hand. It wasn't planned, and now I'm doing it every time. So I just want to share that with everybody. That's my own little way of being an expert. So if that's helpful to you, I just want to pass that on to you. So that was a long time on that, but I think it was worthwhile, yes. So the exposure process. The exposure process. It's really pretty simple. There's you. There's your contact list. Does everyone have a list out there? This? Yep. How many are on it? Over 100? Yep. How many of you called or contacted? Facebook doesn't count. Facebook is wonderful. I get people watching me on Facebook. People like my Facebook. I like to send them a message and say, hey, thanks for liking my stuff. Thanks. And catch up with them, and then maybe, go out with them, maybe if I haven't talked to them in a while, and just bring Nerium into the equation. So your contact list is really important. When your new brand partner, 10 and play. You've heard that. How many of you have heard 10 and play? Everybody, that's Nerium language, 10 and play. So you get your 10 people. So what you want to do with those people is, if you're the sponsor of the new brand partner, you want to help them every step of the way. You don't want to just say, do your training now, get your people, and call them. You want to really go right with them and say, who are the 10 people? Let's call them together. Let's make your list. Have you done the training yet? And call them. Say to them, if they haven't come to your party, like with the out-of-towners or other people, you say to them, I'm really excited about something. This may or may not be for you. I've heard this before. May or may not be for you, but I'm really excited about this new gig that I have, this new business. And I'd love your opinion. If I send you a 15-minute video, could you watch it and give me your feedback? What are they going to say? They're not going to say no to you. They won't say no. All you want is feedback. You're not selling them something. You're not spending their money. You're not signing them up for your business. You just want to know what they think. It may or may not be for you. It takes them off the hook. That's wonderful language. I like it. I teach it. I heard it. I didn't make it up. What I did make up, though, was making up a time to follow up. And I say, I hate telephone tag. I really hate telephone tag. I'm busy, I'm on the phone all the time. I know you're busy at work. You've got kids, you've got a life, whatever you do. And I just want to let you know that I would really like your opinion. So let's figure out a time. When are you going to be able to watch it? What, 7, 8 o'clock at night? Okay, great. 7, 8, better? Okay, great. I'll call you. I'm writing it down as an appointment for that time. And then what you do is you will text your upline support in just 3-way calls. Say who's available for 3-way 8 o'clock on Thursday. Central time. Make sure you know the time. And they'll say yes or no. They call them up and bam, 3-way call. And all they have to do is ask a question. And there's different ways of segueing into it. Don't ever tell your people that you're going to follow up with them and see what they think and have your sponsor on the line with you, because they're going to say, oh boy, it sounds like I'm being pushed to buy a timeshare or something, right? It's a scary thing. A lot of people are scared of it. It's not. It's just an exposure. It's not a close, it's an exposure. It's just hearing someone's story. And what I heard from a recent training was, and they're changing things around all the time, but I kind of like this method. I think I'm going to start using it, is I'm going to start saying, so I really don't have a lot of time to talk to you. I've only got a few minutes, but do you want to hear my story? Do you want to hear what you could do? Or do you want to just ask me questions? And then you just kind of let them take the lead of what they want. And you let them know that you're really pleased that their friend called you to answer questions that they might have. So basically, that's a 3-way call. And then to say to them, where are you 1 to 10? Where are you? 1 meeting, I always put the comic relief in it. 1 meeting, don't even come to New Mexico because I don't think I'd like you. And they're supposed to laugh and they do. And then they'll, oh, no. 5 meeting, I'm on the fence, I'm flip-flopping out, no. 8 meeting, yeah, I'm really close. Where are you? So that I know. And then what I like to do is get their information. And again, follow up or make sure that my brand partner follows up, seeing what else they need on that. And then make sure, and then what I do is I make them, right then and there, make another talk appointment. Unless they say no, it's a big fat no, then it's like, okay, that's fine. Well, thanks for looking. It's never going to be that, hardly ever. So I always make them do a follow-up time. Because remember, I don't like telephone tag. And so I want to help them connect again. Got it? 3-way call. Nerium University, how many of you watch it normally? I mean regularly with your teams? Yeah. If you can't make one, watch it. I know that I need to see it with my people, with my local people, because if I miss one, I'm going to not watch it right away. I'm going to eventually watch it, but it's really powerful to do the training. And there's been training on every subject that I'm coaching on here. So there's your list. Get time to play right away. This is right in here. Time to play right away. And what you do is you either invite them to your launch party, or you meet with them for coffee, or you send them a video, or you do the product prospecting system, or you give them a bottle. That's what I always don't think of with these. Okay, so you're going to prospect them one way or the other. Okay? Obviously, if they're out of town, you're not going to invite them to your party. You're going to send them a video. Oh, there they are. RP with a cardiac, product prospecting system, video through the Nerium Communication Center for the sit-down. And there have been universities on all of those. So, went over this already. Be excited. Phone. Invite 4 times the amount of people. Talk, don't text, follow up with details. Remind same day. Boom. Right? There it is again. Keep it fun and simple. One other thing that I want to share with you is a word called duplication. Duplication. Everything you do in your business, you want to duplicate. So when your brand partner has a party, launch party, or real results party, the difference between a real results and a market party is Real results is usually in a home, just with one team. Market party is in a place, a public place, with a market, all teams invited. That's different in the language. But you want to keep it fun and simple and duplicatable. Don't do a 3-course meal, because then people are going to think that that's what they have to do. And they're sure not going to cook for anybody. They didn't even cook much for their family, so they do the $6 meals at the grocery store, which I do a lot. So keep it fun and simple. And they say, and I just heard this recently, you probably did too, that 90% of training for your new brand partner comes from how you brought them in. So if you bring them in, system, if you call them, send them a tool, they have a question, you call your sponsor or somebody on your team, and they answer questions. That's all you've done. They're seeing you really tell them in a really simple way. And then the frosting is the Facebook stuff. Make sure you're Facebook friends with them. That's important, because then they're going to see how great a time you have. So, bring them in the right way, and then you're training them to do what you do. Product prospecting system. Okay. I want to just talk about this and tell you a few things that some people do that's, I don't want to say wrong, but that's not the way that they should do it. First of all, product prospecting system is, we have these bottles. I'm going to stop holding this and get my other prop here. Here it is. You took, I don't need yours. And I have the EHT that I borrowed from somebody. I'm not wanting it, I have plenty. So, product prospecting system. We only sample this. We don't sample the firm. We don't sample the day. We don't sample the EHT. Some people do. I don't. You're not really supposed to. And the reason is, EHT, if you give them a few days, they may not see any difference. And that's going to mean that they're going to think it doesn't work. Okay, so it might work, but it might not, so it's just not a good idea to. The firm, you don't want to sample out, you don't want to prospect with a sample, because you don't know where they're putting it. They might use up the whole thing over their whole body in 5 days. And it's not going to work in 5 days. They're going to think it didn't work. You're out $80 bottle of firm, and you didn't get a customer. So, it's not a good idea. You show them pictures, and you, on the firming, there's enough pictures that are real. Have them buy it for a month, use it twice a day on the areas of concerns with motions, like circular motions on skin that's recently been showered, or you get a warm washcloth, open up the pores, it's going to work better for the firm. There's a little less than putting on the firm, which does work, but you don't sample it out for 5 days. So what you do is, I told you what not to do, and I'm going to tell you to do with this Nerium is, they don't have the little samples anymore. That are like the 5 little samples that they used to have. And they don't have little bottles anymore. One thing you don't want to do is squish this out into a little container, because it's going to start working right away. As soon as it hits the air or the light, those molecules in there are going to start working, and it's not going to be live anymore. The product is not going to work after a while. So you don't want to put these in little containers and say, here's a sample. Some people do. You're not supposed to. It's a bad idea. So what you want to do is give them a bottle. This is my personal bottle. You can tell it's dirty. You can tell I don't have a leaf in there, but it's fine. Give it to them for 5 days max. 3 days will work. 5 days. And what you want to do is make an appointment to pick it up. I don't like to mail them out. I will, but I don't like to. But I offer my local people and then make an appointment to pick it up. Why? Because otherwise you won't get it back. And you tell them, I want an appointment, I need this. I have a waiting list. You're up. I need this back. If you didn't use it, I need it back. I don't care. Because a lot of people, like I did everything wrong in the beginning. I used to say, okay, use another week, that's fine. But you want to put urgency that you need this back, and you want to make this valuable. So it's a $100 item, $80 item, or $110 that you're giving them, and you want to get it back. And my neighbor, I gave a bottle to. I gave one to her for her and her daughter. They didn't use it the first week. I said, okay, use it another week. She comes back after 2 weeks. She rings my bell. She said, here you go, Edie. I don't know what happened, but they're both empty. I'm just telling you, it happens to me. It's my neighbor. They're both empty. I say, well, that's really odd because how could it be empty? They were both full. And I never even talked to her daughter. I mean, there's another lesson. Don't give somebody a bottle to sample out with somebody else. And I knew the daughter, and she didn't live there, but anyway. So I got back 2 empties, and she said to me, I can't afford it anyways. It's too expensive. And then she said, I think I'm going to get a facelift. I said, those are $8,000. Yeah, facelift? You can't afford $80 a month. It's going to do almost the same thing. And so, I mean, you know, you win some, you lose some, but what I should have said is, I gave her a week. I didn't give her 5 days. I should have knocked on her door and said, I'm here for my bottles. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. So, even if they didn't do it, get it back. It's a valuable thing. Because you want them to realize that you're a business person. This is not your hobby. If this is a hobby, you're going to spend money on it. Like spending money, giving bottles away that you're not going to get back. A business is following up and getting it back, and then asking them. And also, if you're new, you want to schedule a 3-way call for your pickup time. It's a great idea, because they'll have a question on something. So just say, oh, just a minute, I'm not sure. You make a phone call. And of course, your client support team is ready to take your call. Oh, I'm here with so-and-so. Okay, great, put me on speaker, and then you answer the questions. And then they ask for the sale. They ask, okay, great, well, you know, and the other thing that you want to say when you're giving them this bottle to try is it's not going to work. You're not going to see any difference. I want a picture, but the difference is going to be in how your skin feels. So you can take the feel-good experience for 5 days, or 7 if you want, or you can take the look-good experience for 30 days. Become a customer. So you want to make sure to tell them you're not going to see any difference in 5 days. You're going to feel a difference, but you're not going to see any difference. So that they don't say, well, I'm not going to buy it, it didn't work. Hey, what are you, 45 years old? You're not going to look 25 in 5 days. What do you think? Man, this is a miracle product, but it's not that good. 5 days, I mean, you're 5 days, okay, done. It's not temporary. Tell them it's not temporary. Some of these things, you put them on, I don't know, it's like a hemorrhoid cream, and you put it on your eyes, and it makes your eyes get less puffy. And then you go on your date, you're feeling all good, your eyes start puffing out, because it only lasts 2 to 8 hours. This stuff is the real deal. This is not like that. Anyway, there's my comedy reliever for this part. So, also what you want to do, which is a great idea, I didn't always do it, but I do it now. I'm getting better. Send them a video when you're giving them a bottle. Just say, I'm going to send you a video just about the product. Send them one of the product videos just to show them about that. It's a good idea, and you know if they watched it. And then if they didn't watch it, you call them and say, hey, have you watched that video yet? And they'll say yes, because they lied. And you say, really? Tell me what part. Did you really watch it? For sure? If it's your friend, you can say, duh, you didn't watch it because I know you didn't watch it. Only for a close friend, you can't call them out on that, but I just want to share that with you. But be careful when you prospect these out. Don't lose your bottles. It doesn't mean that you're not going to. It happens to the best of us. But we learn. So, all right. And let them know about the 3UR3 and the preferred customer and the website. It's not scary. This is the firm. I'm going to still hang on to this, but the firming is our third product. And the firm, you're going to show before and after pictures and talk about the money back guarantee. You're not going to sample it out because it's not going to work in 5 days. And they might use up half your tube in 5 days and still not see anything. You don't know how big they are. You don't know where they're going to put it. You don't know where they're going to put it. They don't know they're going to put it over cellulite or their over arms, swinging here. I don't know. So, does everyone use the firm? I love it. Yeah. I really love it. I really, really do. EHT, my favorite. OMG. EHT. Just made that up pretty fun. So, EHT, has anyone not taken it yet? Anyone just not taken it yet at all? It's okay, raise your hand. It's not an embarrassing thing. If you haven't used it yet, all it means is that maybe you weren't a brand partner yet in May when we could do the pre-sale. Maybe you're newer and you're doing the firm or the Nerium for your auto ship. I would suggest you all try it. I would suggest, the other thing is I'm thinking about it is on your automatic delivery order, are you all aware that you can change what you're getting every month and that you can see what your credit is? So you can change what you're getting. And if you want to get EHT, you need to get 2 of them to meet your $80 minimum. So you need to get 2 of them for $100, or a firm or a Nerium AD night treatment minimum. So you can change that out. If you have more customers, you could get up to 240 free. So I want to share that with you. But back to and you can change it every month. So if you're not at the 240 mark yet, just check it. Just keep on adding, because if you snooze, you lose, because you lose it if you don't take it. If you don't carry it over. And all we pay is shipping. EHT changed my life, changed my sleep, changed my focus. One thing that I noticed is when I do a training like this, and if it's a really small group and I take questions, what I used to do is I would take a question and totally forget where I was. I would lose my train of thought. And now I notice that I still do that, but usually I'll just jump right back into where I was. I'll take a miscellaneous question, off subject a little bit, and then I'll go right back and remember. And I think that's pretty huge, because I do this a lot. I think just keeping on track and focusing. Remembering things. I haven't really noticed a lot of that because I really was never a very forgetful person. But another thing that I've really noticed is my sleep is better. I've noticed that I don't wake up as much at night, even though I sleep with dogs. And they somebody's like me. And I don't wake up, and I remember my dreams because I sleep so hard and the REMs are flowing. So I really feel like I'm getting better, more restful sleep. And when I get up in the morning, and you all know that I don't do mornings, I like to get up much later. But when I get up, I'm ready to go. This morning when I got up at 7 o'clock, I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. Let's do this day. And so I'm feeling energetic. So just telling you about my own personal experience. How many of you were in St. Louis in April and heard Dr. Stock talk about half of you, talk about EHT and the product that was coming out for the pre-launch? It really made me excited. I mean, I was really excited to try it. And then Dr. Amen, how many of you saw Dr. Amen talking about, in Dallas, talking about EHT and his brain studies and how it all goes together and how brain health and EHT helps the neuronal breakdown and it helps the healing. And the EHT, a lot of people are using it for their children in sports. They're getting better running speeds. And I've actually heard from a lot of people that their kids are doing better on EHT. We can't say anything about any kind of diseases at all in public, but it really is helping a lot of different things. And yes, children can take it. And they talk about, oh, they don't want to take it, and I'm going to crush it up and put it in their applesauce. I mean, kids that are like 10 and over, you don't want to give it for little kids, but just to share that. I personally take 2 a day. I do because you can. Some of us do. I just tried it and I felt better. And I know it's working because once I forgot one day to take it, and then I on purpose didn't take it day 2 or day 3, and I really noticed a difference in myself. It was like a little science experiment. And I was feeling really good. When you're feeling good, you don't notice the difference if you keep on feeling good. If you take something away that was making you feel good, you realize that that's why you feel good. It's all natural. So, and the other thing that makes me really happy is that last April when Matt Stock talked about it, he said that they could have taken it pharmaceutical. They could have gone pharmaceutical sales and done prescriptions with doctors in the medical industry, but they decided that they didn't have to. And I believe that the FDA wanted them to go that route with this product. 20 years of research, pretty amazing how we got it. And they said that they were looking for a company to network it out, and they chose our company above all the rest because we were the best company, and they went to a couple of conferences to see our culture and our people, and they met with our executives, and they really liked what they saw. So we have the global sales rights. So we're the only company that can sell EHT out there. And I know that there's a lot of copycat things out there. I was watching TV. I don't watch TV, but it was like an infomercial on something on brain health. And it was green, and it was almost copying what ours is. And it was out there. It was just like sold in Walgreens or something. I thought that's pretty amazing that they're already copying us. But what they have is not what we have, because we are the best. And we have also we're patented, all our products are patented. EHT is patented. Princeton holds the patent. It was developed at Princeton. We don't have a relationship with them. We have a relationship with Signum Biosciences, which is Dr. Stock and Dr. Stock's company. Whenever you do research, you have to form a little company. Okay? Who's excited about EHT? $55 for one, $100 for two, because it's more fun that way. And the Blitz pack of 500, which is 10 of them for 500, which is a $50 price. That's how we can buy them. So I'm going to talk about the conference calls and the webinars. Nerium University, I've touched on it. It's really important to get together with friends and have some